Welcome, Libra, to your Astrodice reading for August. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. We have a very auspicious month coming on, of course, with that Lionsgate and, of course, that blue moon. And then, of course, we're going to run right into that Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. But yes, let's get in here and see what is going on with you. And guys, make sure you catch all those videos. I'll be putting each one up. The Lionsgate, excuse me, will be up right after this video. Okay. And best messages coming out. For those of you who are new, this is where I take tarot with astrology and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. We have the ninth house coming up with some Leo energy with the moon. Talking about that Lion's Gate, you know, it's about that growth, that spiritual growth. And the ninth house is about that spiritual growth. So talking about that, going straight in here to the moon, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. Some Leo energy. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. And going straight into that ninth house. Broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. I just think it's really interesting, though, because, you know, talking about that Lionsgate and, of course, that blue moon also bringing in that journey, bringing in that spirituality, bringing in those manifestations and intentions also for what it is you desire, guys. So make sure that you are, you know, paying attention to those two readings that I'm going to get out. I'm also going to do a guided meditation for the Lionsgate to bring in that growth, that healing spirituality, and getting those intentions done for manifestation. Really wanting to dive deep into that, right? Because you really want that, especially during the year of the wood dragon, which we're in right now, which also is very auspicious, bringing in a lot of manifestations. And, you know, having that Sirius coming in is really going to, you know, really open up that gateway, thinning the line between the realms of the spiritual realm to the earth realm. So it's very interesting, right? But it's also very, very magical, right? So you want to make sure that you're really doing it the right way, trying to really, you know, get in there and grab that energy while we can. Definitely talking about using that sensitivity and, you know, using that Leo energy, that strength, self-belief, courage. So let's get in here and dive deep as we can. Remember, this is a small reading, but still diving as deep as we can throughout the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. And if you guys need personal readings, also do those. You can find those in the description area, along with that second channel information. Beginning of the month is Just Breathe. So you do have a lot of contemplations going on about what it is you are doing. There is a lot of connection going on over here. So this is definitely talking about fulfilling what it is you need for your own, you know, contempt. Keeping yourself very placid. I would just want to say right now, you just feel there's this placid feeling. Just harmonious, keeping yourself balanced between you and your higher self. Having the clarity of belief. Well, I love that because that's underneath that Leo. And even though this is a swords card, it doesn't matter. It's still saying I'm transitioning with that self-belief of the importance of confidence. So you're not only are you bringing in the Ace of Swords of I understand this opportunity, I have the clarity of belief with that, but I'm also doing it with this Leo energy that's very, very strong, being very loyal to myself and what it is I truly want, and having this communication with self and understanding and deepening your bond, bringing in that joy and that stability for yourself, as you're observing also everything around you, whether it's, you know, the outside world. But I love it too because it's also saying I can look within myself with the moon. That's that shadow work. The moon's all about shadow work, confronting what it is I need to confront about the situation and observing not only from my higher self of what's going on within myself, but how is it affecting me on the outside world as well. That is literally from the ninth house. That's literally a spiritual bond that you're doing, right? This will actually attract new and intriguing connections for you as you're looking around at what it is you truly can have and what it is you truly want. So over here, let's just grab a couple cards and see what's going on. Yes, really focus on what it is I truly want. That is it. What is it that I really want? And keeping that positive attitude and mindset for the potentials of what it is you want. Looking at the bigger picture, overcoming any of the challenges that may be before me. Right? Because anytime we're going to step into something, there's always going to be some kind of challenge to challenge us. Right? Whether, it's like if you're opening a new job, if you're opening up your own business, there's always going to be some kind of challenge. No matter what it is, if it's a new person, I want a new relationship, what's the challenge? The challenge is getting to know someone. So whatever it is that you're doing, you're having that overall focus. The King of Wands is very focused. The Eight of Pentacles is very focused. So you're very focused and very observant about what it is that's going to fulfill your life. And moving on, integrating. And it is more kind of like an integration because it's almost like I'm incorporating all of these new energies. I'm incorporating all these new ideas. But I'm going to take action, but I'm observing the situation before I jump. Because I'm on this journey, I want the victory, but before I depart, I want to make sure that I have what I need in case an obstacle or a challenge comes before me, or to get out of an obstacle and challenge that is before me at this time. But knowing that you're keeping the courage. There's that courage coming from the Leo, but it's also coming from that Chariot as well, which is a Cancer card. But it's coming from a healthy place because we see all the health over here, right? It's coming from a very healthy mindset. There's no fragmenting energy. It's just you saying, I'm deepening this bond to get to where it is I need to be. And I'm leading it with meaningful reasons. So I want a meaningful relationship. I want a meaningful relationship with people, with myself, with God, with this, with that, right? With the place that I'm going to put my foot in the door. I want to be balanced and find that overall satisfaction and stability, of course. So in the mid-month, there is a little bit of fear. The fear can also come from the moon. Okay, so it can cause some anxieties. Okay, but you're trying not to. You're overcoming those challenges. You're saying, I'm not going to choose my battles wisely because I'm not going to attract any battles right now. But I am fearful that these overcoming challenges could either arise, come back, or they're going to be too much. Do not allow that to come through. Right, that's just that anxiety from the moon. That's that energy coming through, right? You want to confront. What did I say too? Here's the moon card, and this deck is the moon card. It's the same as that. But it's saying, yeah, you want to confront those fears, confront any anxieties that want to pop up. Anything that wants to get you over emotional within this situation, it wants you to maintain your equilibrium. Okay, and confront anything that holds you back when it comes to your feelings. Emotions. It's kind of like that look in the mirror and confront. Use your pros and cons so you can move, bringing in this growth and advancement. And the more you confront it, you're going to grow. So with the darkest fears, yeah. You may have somebody around you who is gossiping, but you might also, what you definitely want to take some alone time at this time while you are confronting and having this kind of hermit effect in its own way as you're confronting and doing this shadow work. Okay, but you might have somebody who's over indulging around you. They want you to go out and party with them. They want you to take 2 steps behind instead of 2 steps forward. And it just feels like you're saying no. You're navigating to where you want to navigate for your happiness, for your freedom, engaging in things that make you feel happy because you're right at the milestone and you know it. You don't want to miss this opportunity. For you, you feel like if I don't confront this situation, it could be a bad investment. This could be definitely a missed chance or opportunity. So it's like you don't want to miss out on the wealth and the prosperity of what it is you have going on within your life or your mindset or your spiritual growth. So you're definitely wanting to find more of a different kind of, this is a comfort zone, but it's not the comfort zone that I always tell you to don't stay in your comfort zone. This is the comfort zone of a safety net. Staying within that safe, secure place that says, I don't need that, because that is not where that kind of comfort comes from. This is a protective space. Okay? That's that playing it safe in my protective space. That is different. Why? Because this is a place of discipline as well. Okay, guys? So this is really finding the vitality. By the end of the month, you're really going to feel this vitality. You're really going to feel this secureness. You're really going to feel like you're secure where you need to be. Really taking on that leadership from the King of Pentacles. Okay, allowing really that Venus energy to come through. Venus is your planet. Venus is you, but you're allowing that to really come through for that protection as well. Spread your wings for the success and growth. There's that growth again. So definitely feeling that, and look at that at the bottom of the deck. You are balanced. Wow. What you don't see yourself is you don't need the isolation or sadness or any of that. You are definitely balanced in your emotions. Wow. So this is a very promising developments when it comes to this area of your life, the spiritual growth. You're really staying focused and adapting to any kind of unexpected changes in the mid-month that is going to bring you the success and growth towards the end of the month through that hard work and leading you into these rewards. So the base chakra says, yes, you have some kind of speedy action that's going on over here. Your manifestations are coming in quickly as you're keeping yourself very balanced. You're going to see a lot of quick results going on. If you're waiting for that message, here comes that message. Okay, so any decisions that you need to make, they will be very balanced and be very successful. Okay, so whoever you're dealing with, they could definitely be having some kind of personal transition. As you're having, let's put it this way, as you're having a personal transition, they're having the resistance to change. And I think that could be the person over here who wants you to go out, party, and do these things. They're not seeing what you're doing, okay? Or gossiping about you or whatever, but you don't see a change within them. But I think because you've changed so much, you're seeing them in a different light, because that's exactly what happens when we go through growth. When we go through growth and spiritual growth, we see things in such a remember, you were observing the situation in the very beginning of the month. You're observing everyone around you. That's why you're like, I don't want to do that. So you already see them in a different kind of light. But now in the end of the month, you're going to see that even way different than you did. You see what I'm saying? As you did in the mid-month. I think you're going to see the toxicity of the situation. Toxicity doesn't have to be super duper bad. It just means it's toxic for my spiritual growth. It's toxic for where I'm moving. If we're going to go out and get drunk every Friday night, and I'm trying to build a business, and I'm trying to be mature and trying to be, successful, that's not going to help me when I'm fucked up every Saturday morning and I'm drunk and hungover all weekend. Because then what comes Sunday, when I really need to get my bearings down and I really need to think about what it is I'm truly doing, I'm still a little foggy. I'm still a little messed up. right? And that's like the no success zone. Doesn't mean I can't do it every now and again, but whoever you're dealing with, it seems like they want to overindulge and maybe heavy party all the time. It reminds me of that song, Party All the Time, Party All the Time. Okay, anyways, I'm old. Okay, so anyways, but, right? Um, yes, I got all the 80s and 90s songs in my head, 70s as well. Okay, so anyways, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter in the end. You're seeing the diversity, and with seeing this though, here's where it really is cool though. I want to show you a cool piece here. Because even though we can have the diversity around us and we can have these differences, and even though you can see all of this is going around, you're not really going to see it as a toxicity anymore. Because you're going to actually, within the diversity, you're going to find peace. Okay? Meaning you want to go out and party, that's fine. You want to argue, that's fine. So there's going to be this difference in the way that the conflict, if they come at you conflicting, even if it has to do with gossip and somebody's gossiping about you, okay, and they want to do everything in the world to cause some kind of, gossiping BS, that's fine. And I'm not saying that you don't do this already. It's just, it's different. You're going to find this different kind of peace within yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't already do that. You're fine. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. But see, the problem is that even though a lot of times we do this, yeah, whatever, it's still in the back of our mind. Why she gotta run around and talk shit about me? What the hell's wrong with her? You see what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with that, but you're still thinking about it. The peace is the peace of mind. Do whatever you want to do because it doesn't affect me. Literally doesn't affect you. Because of what? Because of the growth. Because in seriousness, you're going to realize it's actually affecting them more, and it's no longer affecting you at all. So we could literally say that even though you let it go and I don't care that you're talking crap about me or I don't care about this and that, there's always your wheels are still moving, and you might even still be calling your sister or your other friend and saying, I don't know why she's doing. You see what I'm saying? Gossiping upon the gossip. Some people do that. I'm not saying you do that. I'm just saying some people do that. Why? Because it's in your head. And even though I told her I don't care, well, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be talking about it. Because the more you talk about it, the more now you're allowing your emotions to get up about it, and your reaction to the action is still there. And it causes, see what I'm saying? It causes an emotional disruption. So now what you're learning is that you can agree to disagree, respect your differences, I don't care, and literally, I don't care. And you're literally not even going to bring it up to anybody because you really just, it doesn't affect you. That's where the peace is. The peace and harmony. And if somebody brings it up, you can be like, yeah, she did whatever she was going to do and she wants to do that. Anyways, so on this note, I got a new job offer. You see what I'm saying? And you release. I'm not going to sit over here and talk about this for hours because it ruins my manifestations, it ruins my energy, it makes things negative, it gets my wheels going, they're getting my cat, they're getting my goat, right? No. And that's where that's where the spiritual growth comes in. Because now there's nothing. I already went over that. Look, no matter what, when people do that, you're going to have a reaction. You're going to have a reaction to the action. We all do. But it was, how long are you going to hold on to it? Right, because now you've said, I've already reacted. I can't believe she's doing that shit. She really upset me. But I let it all go. Now you're going to notice your reactions to the actions are getting less and less. Last time it lasted 6 days. This time it lasted 3 days. This time it lasted 3 hours. This time it lasted about an hour, and that's about all we need, and I'm all done. You can go do whatever you need to do. Good luck. I'm at peace. I don't need that. See what I'm saying? So there's going to be things that are going on around that where it's going to be so different, and you're not going to hold on to that, or hold on to guilt and remorse when somebody tries to make you feel guilty for not going out and partying. What do you mean you don't want to party with me? They're trying to make you feel guilty. You're going to release all that. That is what is really going on. boy. But I'll tell you, when you do stuff like that, it will affect them because they don't have that kind of spiritual growth. Excuse me. They don't have that kind of spiritual growth. Why? Because they're going to hold on to that, and they're still going to grudge on that, and they're still going to hold on to it. They're still going to gossip about it. They're going to even, I don't know why she didn't go out and go party with me. And then that becomes its own gossip. And you're just like, shh. Oh. And the overall card of the reading is release the master. You're in control because that is no longer controlling you. Those feelings are no longer controlling you. You no longer have to feel like you're trapped by anything that you don't want to be trapped by. Moving on from the situation because you're in a place of just simply loving. You're in this place of simplicity. You're in this place of peace. You're in the place where you're like, I trust the universe, I trust myself, and I trust in the process. Not listening anymore to the nonsense. I'm just doing what I need to do and respecting my own growth, allowing that to go. Where they're trying to hold you back. And that was all because you were going to start that now. As these energies are pulling and pushing you into that area. And it's kind of crazy though. I just want to bring this up really fast before we shut this down. You have the two Sphinxes here. Well, the Sirius is in the Egypt area, looking down between those pyramids and the Sphinx. And it's just kind of crazy because the Lion's Gate is going to be in the middle. The Lion's Gate's going to be in the middle of Egypt, and as Sirius is going to become the night sun because it's so much, it's going to be so bright. But it's literally taking on that energy. And so literally you're saying, this is my new dawning of my own new day, is you're kind of really in its own way, really stepping into a quantum leap of spirituality and the way that you're looking and perceiving things. Really taking on those energies of that Lion's Gate right now in this time. It's very awesome. Very, very, very awesome. Continue on your way. Continue on your journey. And good luck to you all. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.